Been still standing. Rabbi Sher of Kahilat Israel joins me now. Rabbi, thank you for being with us. I can't imagine what it's been like to try to guide and lead your faith community, knowing the devastation. It's just not your home that's gone, but two other rabbis in your synagogue, they've also lost their homes. How is your community doing tonight?
You know, hundreds of members of our community lost their homes. And when you talk to people on one of the worst days of their life, and each call is the worst day of someone's life, while you on the other end of the phone are having one of the worst days of your life, it might sound like it's too much to bear. But what we have found is that there is something incredibly powerful about how you show up for people you love when you're in pain. And everyone is simultaneously feeling that pain and also trying to show up for their community. There's a sense of true care and compassion when they ask, how are you? What about your home? While also holding back those tears. And I've been in so many of these homes. I've hung sacred Jewish items of the mezuzah on their doorpost. I've said blessings in their dining rooms. Our kids have played together. This is a true community. And when something like this happens, there's no manual. There's no instructions. There's no how we should be coping with it, because devastation at this vast level is unfathomable, and yet our tradition still has answers for it.
I wonder for you when the reality of all this is setting in. I mean, I'm struck by the community, the spirit, the empathy is shared, even in spite of one's own personal struggle. But is it hitting you yet, the devastation?
The devastation comes in waves, and it's going to. The way we grieve as people comes in waves. We don't get to tuck each piece into a nice little box and move forward. We have to be okay with waves. I've cried 100 times, and at 2:30 in the morning, my daughter woke up with an ear infection last night, and my wife and I decided I would go to the store to get the Motrin, which is fine. That's parenting. But when I'm at the store, a 10-minute drive, because it's 2 in the morning, I broke down and cried because a day earlier, that Motrin was 20 steps from my bed. And it's gonna hit in those kind of waves. And that's just part of the experience that we're going to go through. And all of us going through that together is going to both make us mend stronger, but it's not going to inauthenticate any of our own experiences. The way we pray for healing in our tradition is actually a communal prayer. It's not a prayer of healing, it's a prayer of community. And we use that prayer to focus on the idea of healing those in our lives who are in need of healing. Healing works best when we're healing as a community. And so even though we're not ready for that comment, and I truly am getting ahead of myself by saying it, we know that that's gonna happen. And so many of these people, when I asked, how are you? What happened with your home? They would say the home is gone, but what about our synagogue? And when we were able to say the synagogue still stands, you heard the first audible breath that they took, and it was powerful.
Unbelievably poignant. Thank you so much, Rabbi Daniel Sher. Thank you so much.